Hello. If can hear me, press 555. If can hear me, press 555.
Wow, Joven, you scare me. Your hello, I thought how come Jinlong is in? It's so scary.
Yeah, welcome back to Life Changer Day from Singapore. Today is the last day and also the conclusion day. So today we will be talking about complaint and also Janet is going to share her topic later at 8:30. So without further ado, let us welcome Jonas to talk about the business point of view of the complaint. Jonas, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you very much, Joven. Okay, so good evening to everyone. Hope that everyone is well, and thank you so much for taking the time to come for tonight's session, this Zoom session. Okay, now before I get started on the plan, yeah, I'm just very curious, lah. Yeah. Because a few people had actually asked me this, in the last few weeks or even, in the last 1 or 2 months. They say, hey, with this change in our, a LifeWave comp plan, to this, us calling it comp plan 2.0, say, how does that fare with our competitors? Okay, with the other players, in the direct selling space. So today I just thought about that question and say, hey, don't know, man, let me go and find out. So I actually reached out to my good friend. Now my good friend is ChatGPT. And yeah, so I actually, right, because ChatGPT has all the information, all the knowledge base inside. So I thought, maybe it's a good reference point. Yeah. Now I'm just very curious here. Well, we've got 42 people here now. Who would like me to show you what came out from ChatGPT when I asked the question on our comp plan versus the rest of the direct selling industry? Yeah. So if you are keen, can you just type in the chat group? We do 888 this time. Okay. So people, everyone keen, huh? Okay, so you want to hear. Okay, good. All right, I'm going to share my screen now. I hope you can see it. Okay, can you see my screen? If you can see my screen, type 111, please. Okay, now with ChatGPT, it's if for some of you who have used it before, you know that it's garbage in, garbage out, or rubbish in, rubbish out. So, so this is my prompt. Yeah. So if you can read it, I'm going to read it out to you, right? So my prompt to ChatGPT is, act like the direct selling industry compensation expert and do a deep level comparison of LifeWave Compensation Plan 2.0, just launched on 27 October 2025. With the top 20 direct selling companies in the world. Compare segment by segment and be truthful with the good, bad, and ugly. Compare the product introduction bonus, level earnings bonus, binary bonus, mentor matching bonus, business launch bonus, breakthrough incentive schemes, business pre-launch bonus, trip incentives, and quarterly in leadership pool. Yeah. So I'm very specific here. In my instruction to them, I want them to be truthful, so really, if there's things, that are not so good, I think, all of us should know as well. Okay, so the output from oh, by the way, so, this Copilot, you can actually change this. I don't know if you can see, there's a quick response, there's a think deeper, okay? So I chose think deeper because I wanted them to do more research, to come out with answers, that are frank and truthful, okay? So, okay, so LifeWave launch compensation plan 2.0 with a stated aim of 9 ways to earn. So, okay, so they're on the right track already because they mentioned, and we all know that there's 9 ways to earn, yeah? Okay, so the methods and benchmark. So its benchmark come from the industry-wide norms, global 100 top 20 company behaviors, so rank bonuses, fast start bonuses, and all. So they got the information from our website, and so you can see the third bullet point. That they're comparing with the big boys, yeah, the Amways, the Herbalife, New Skin, Forever Living. These companies are Amway, Herbalife, New Skin, Forever Living. They are, what's that? At least $5 billion or more. Yeah. Amway being the oldest company, so very, very well established company. So all this, by far, they are bigger than LifeWave. LifeWave is we are not $1 billion yet. So let's see how we fare. Yeah? Okay. So product introduction bonus. So this is what they say. What LifeWave offers, it is an industry norm. But interestingly, you look at the second bullet. It says here that most top companies blend retail margins, fast start bonuses, and customer volume rewards rather than a pure immediate sign-up pay. Emphasis is often on a sustainable repeat customer revenue rather than a one-time front loads. So a lot of us assume, oh, PIB, that should be something that's very common, in many other companies. But apparently not, yeah. So our PIB is different from what we get. Let's say when we bring in a retail customer, yeah, it is actually segregated. But in this, from what ChatGPT is telling us, there are many companies out there, including the big ones, that they actually merge, okay, the retails with, the fast start bonuses, i.e., the equivalent of PIB. Very interesting here, okay? So the good, strong early payouts improve new rep retention, yada, yada. The bad, front-loaded payouts shift pressure to rapid sign-up sales. This just means that, okay, we have become more performance-oriented, more performance-driven, yeah? So there is, a certain risk there because, if it's not paired with strong customer retention mechanics, it can encourage transactional behavior. But if, our management, has ensured that it is an entire ecosystem, that they have created that encourages, the behavior of our behavior, and the behaviors, of the other BPs, so that, it is congruent to the intention of LifeWave, which is all about both, rewarding the BPs as much as they can, as fast as they can, as well as being able to sustain that model for as long as we can. Okay, so the ugly, product quality, okay. So these are the usual, things have to be right, things have to be consistent. You cannot have, product quality issues, and be able to sustain, this kind of pay model. Yeah. Okay, so level earnings bonus. Again, second bullet here, top companies use unilevel, hybrid, matrix, whatever. Yeah. So as a leader, income progression. Okay. So the good is multiple advancement paths let more people qualify for meaningful earnings. So we are on the right track with with the introduction of the level earnings bonus. Okay. The bad, there's some people, who find it complex, but to me, I don't understand why they will find it complex at all, because to me, the level earnings bonus is actually one of the more straightforward ones. But having said that, this is new, so there's many people who are still, I suppose, you're so used and familiar, with the old system, that getting used to this one, it probably take, a little bit more time, give yourself, some weeks or months, but you'll get there. Okay. So the ugly, if earnings are diluted across many micro tiers, top leaders may feel under compensated. So again, this just says, that we need to be focused, with what we are doing. And we cannot, be all over the place, so if we are focused and we are intentional with what we are doing, then we should be fine. Okay. So binary bonus here, all right. Now it makes reference to 60%, but the 60% should actually be not only confined to binary bonus, but it's our entire overall plan. But interesting also to note, that yeah, our binary is around there. It is already ahead, of some of the bigger companies because their binary bonus payout, is anywhere between 45 to 55 from other sources. I've actually heard, that it's about 40%, to about 55%. Okay. So it says here the good, a binary with an aggressive cap. So if you look at our capping, it is very aggressive because right at the top, it is $25,000 per BP. Yeah. So, it is actually a very generous capping. Okay. Okay, so I won't go through. Okay, now mentor matching bonus is very interesting. Yeah. Because it says here that it is an industry norm where the many firms do provide leadership overrides for qualified leaders, but few actually provide. If you look at the second bullet again, few provide strong, transparent matching tied to measured mentorship activity. Yeah, so to me, when I read that, I said, that's very interesting. Yeah, because leadership overrides, is something that was already in the old system in any case, with the matching bonus. But in this case, it is linked very much to the behavior of the leaders that LifeWave wants to be able to attract and to be able to cultivate and grow. So the good, rewarding active mentorship aligns incentives to leadership development. So again, this comes back to the congruence, which gives us the assurance, that as long as we stick to that, things will not go wrong. There won't be overpaying or, some other issues that could arise. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I think the rest you can read. It's very interesting. But do type in, and find out for yourself. Yeah. So there's the rest also with this, business launch bonus, and there's good stuff that they say about this. Again, the good is powerful onboarding tool, drives early traction and gives coaches, something concrete to support new reps. Again, this could, some of the bad stuff here is that, yeah, okay, some people could adopt a more transactional type of behavior, but this is just part of the arsenal. Yeah. So the ugly, it says here, when companies lean too heavily on launch bonuses. But if you see here, I mean, when you say lean too heavily, it means, that the launch bonuses are super attractive, giving a few $100s. But in our case, we are quite moderate, right? Because we want to be able to encourage, hence, that $25 and the $50 per week for new joinees. Okay, which I think, it's a reasonable amount because we're talking about between $225 to $450 at the end, of that certain number of weeks, that 9 weeks. Yeah. Breakthrough incentives. Okay, this one is also very interesting. Okay, so it says here, the industry norm, rank advancement cash bonuses exist, but are typically smaller and tiered more conservatively across top companies. Multi-six-figure event bonuses are rarer in the global 100. So in the global 100 companies, we stand out. Okay. So the good, so it said these are all headline numbers, yeah, but this is real, right? Because the company has already made a commitment. So anybody who ranks up from a 3-star executive to a presidential or 1-star presidential, or from a 1-star to a 2-star presidential, it is a guarantee, that they will be entitled to this bonus. Of course, subject to the payment conditions. Okay. Okay, so these are the key highlights. Okay, I put in also the relaunch bonus, that we have right now until the 4th and 5th of January. So I just wanted to also find out, what they thought about this, and the comments were also quite favorable. If you look at it, it says under the third bullet, encourages retention of IP, i.e., the existing people are not left out. They don't only look after the new people who are coming in, but they also acknowledge and want to be fair and reward, the existing people who will be putting in the effort, want to be, that performance-driven success leader. Okay. Okay, then trip incentives. Okay, so this, I think it's a norm, so there's nothing much to shout about. Quarterly leadership bonus as well. I think, it's more or less a norm. So how do we fare? Yeah. And what are so this is the summary, okay? So distinct advantages for LifeWave 2.0, aggressive early earnings, explicit mentor matching, reaction incentives, yada, yada. Okay, while there are some, structural risks, but that is to be managed by management, okay? And the market posture versus top 20, okay, we are actually, in a very good state, okay? Okay, so I want to go to this part here. Where is it now? Yes. So I asked him a further question, yeah? So how would you rank LifeWave's new compensation plan 2.0 against the top 20 direct selling companies? So how are we ranked? So they broke it down still by, some of the segments, yeah? So you look here, compensation generosity and headline incentives out of the top 20 companies. And by the way, we are not in the top 20 companies, we are, I don't know, I mean, in terms of when I say when they refer, to top 20, it is actually by revenue size, by market capitalization. So if we go by market capitalization, I think we are ranked what, 300 or something, maybe, I mean, if we are top 100, it's probably like, 60, 70, 80. We're not in the top 20. But if we compare against the top 20, in terms of compensation generosity, we are already the ranked fifth, okay, according to ChatGPT. The new rep early earnings and recruitment appeal, we are ranked third out of the 20. Can you look, amazing, isn't it? Yeah. Mentor leadership development incentives, we are ranked fourth, okay. Short-term sustainability area, 14. But you look here, what is amazing is that we outrank quite a few of the top 20 companies from a compensation perspective. Okay. So do you find that interesting? No, if you find that this is interesting and you all of a sudden feel, wow, man, I'm so proud, to be part of LifeWave. Can you give me a 777 in the chat group, please? Yeah, okay. Well, why only 1777? Come on. Well, I see one with a lot of sevens. Okay, 3 sevens is enough. Yeah. Okay, now okay, I'm gonna stop share for this one. Now, do you find that information actually quite interesting? Yeah. I don't know why it never occurred to me to actually do a research, using ChatGPT, but today I did, and I'm so glad that I managed to do that. Yeah. Okay, so now, unless you have any other questions pertaining to what I just shared with you, we're just going to jump into our Complan 2.0 right now. Now, rather than me running through, from top to tail, yeah. Okay, Eleanor says, amazingly positive. Yes, yeah. I tell you, my heart skipped a beat when I looked at this, and that's why I wanted to show it to you, and I wanted to also show you the prompt, yeah, because I can easily just prompt it, to make ChatGPT only give me the good, yeah. But I prompted ChatGPT to tell me the truth and to give me the very plain, objective answer, yeah, whether it is good, whether it's bad, or whether it is really, we're in a sorry state, okay? So we are really in good shape right now. We should be so positive, so optimistic, and we should be looking forward, now Meredith said this last week when she came, regarding the Complan 2.0, she made this statement. She says, as long as we work the plan will work for us. Okay, so all we needed to do here, or all we need to do here, is to make sure that we do our part. And our part, frankly speaking, it's all about just sharing LifeWave. Okay. Yeah. So as long as we share and we learn the skill sets to share more effectively, then a lot of the bonuses there, and even the very top bonuses, all these are within reach, yeah, very much within reach. Okay. Okay, now, any questions? Any questions that you would like to ask me? Like I said, rather than me asking, I would like to take questions. Yesterday, I did share until I think, the levels earning bonus, right? So I hope that everyone is clear. Okay, firstly, with the PIB. Okay, secondly, with the level earnings bonus. Thirdly, with the business launch bonus. And now, with the business relaunch bonus. Now, just on these 4 things alone, okay, are there any questions, that you need, that you need some clarity on? 有没有? Don't have, huh? Okay. Okay, now, so let's move on to the binary, yeah? So on the binary side of it, are we clear, or do you want me to run through again, how you qualify for the binary, and the other involved? Okay, all right, so, okay, so let's do that. All right, Ken, huh? Let me just extract my file. Oops. Okay, share. Sorry, I got so many files here. Yeah. Okay, it should be this one. Okay, so where is the binary? Okay, so let's look at the binary. Yeah. Okay, so how does one qualify for the binary commissions? Yesterday I mentioned that, okay, let's look at this, on the left side, the column, looking at the rank title, okay, brand partner, active brand partner, 1-star manager, 2-star managers, the binary does not apply to you, okay? So only when you are a 3-star manager, then, the binary would apply to you. But in order for you to be a 3-star manager, you need, to be able to maintain, your personal volume needs to be 110. Your qualified downline volume, your QDV, needs to be at 2005. Yesterday, I hope, some of you, would have come. So 2005, essentially, you just need, for instance, like, what's that, 5 of advanced, sorry, not 5, 10, well, more than that. Okay, 2005 divided by 300 points. Okay, so how many advanced you need, or if other combinations. Okay, and the other thing that you need here, this is where we talk about volume link. So when it comes to manager 1, manager 2, there's no need at all, we don't worry too much, about where we're going to put the people. In fact, to achieve, 1-star manager, 2-star manager, even your own, let's say, you decided to buy in bulk, yeah, and it comes to 1,500 PV, it's okay, yeah, then you become, that 2-star manager already, okay? So the only difference, big difference, between the 2-star manager, 3-star manager is that, you need, to have, at least, that 1 or 2 purchases on one leg, yeah, amounting, to that 1,000, and then, you qualify, as a 3-star manager. So as a 3-star manager, then, you will get into the first level, which is, the 5% of binary that's payable. So it is 5% of the points here. Okay. So that is the binary 3-star manager. And then, when you get to the 1-star director, that's where we encourage people, that you want to rank up, and the company's system right now is to reward those people, who are performance driven, who I use the term, that the sweet spot, frankly, it's 1-star director and above, 1-star director at least, okay? Because at the 1-star director, you enjoy a binary, of 7%, of the points that you earn on the pay leg, on the week leg, okay? Now, the other aspect, is there's a big difference that's changed, from the old system, is that right now, the binary is based, on 300 points on each of the legs, as opposed, to previously, where it was 660 on the power leg and 330 on the pay leg, on the weaker leg. So right now, it is 300, 300, okay? So the ratio has changed, is now, a 1-to-1 ratio. So let's look at a 1-star director. So for the 1-star director, we are looking at, what's that? Still, that 110 in terms of PV, but in terms of QDV, you're looking, at 5,000 from, that 2005 when you're a 3-star manager. Be aware as well about the maximum volume rule. Okay. Now, if you look at it on 3-star manager, there is no maximum volume rule. That the MVR only kicks in when you're 1-star director, because it means, that you are going to have the 2 legs already. Okay. So 1 leg, the maximum points that the company will consider, is that 2005. Okay. So now, moving on to that volume leg. Right now, you need, that 2 legs of 1,000 points each. Now, the good thing with this is that the 2 legs can actually be coming from that same leg. It doesn't need, to be left or right. Okay. So how do you actually make money? But, so if you look further here, there is still the requirement of that outside largest leg volume, the OLXL, right? So as I explained yesterday, you have the 2 legs, and the OLXL would be all other people whom you have sponsored, but they add them together and it becomes, the OLXL. So, or to explain it another way, the OLXL is actually outside of your 2 largest legs. Okay, so your 2 largest legs will form your volume leg, and then everything else, some call it the 3rd leg, but that's probably not the right term for it. The OLXL is just, accumulation of all other accounts, that you have sponsored, and it has to meet certain requirements here for a 1-star director, which is also 1,000 points. Okay. And then the introduction of the binary balance. Yeah. So the binary balance, just means that you need then, to ensure that all your points, you would have, at least that 1,000 on your right leg and the 1,000 on your left leg. So it doesn't matter if your 1,000 is from your right leg, exactly, from your volume leg, or 2, at the volume leg, and then, your OLXL, it's on your power leg, and then it balances, to that 1,000. That's fine. Okay. Okay. So with the 2-star, 3-star directors, yeah, the key difference here is the QDV. Yeah. So it increases here, yeah, from 5,000 to 10,000 to 20,000. And of course, with the maximum volume rule, that applies. And then, the other difference here is that then the requirements, in terms of your volume leg, would also increase from 1,000 to 2,000 to 3,000, as well, as the outside volume leg. You'll see, that it corresponds, the OLXL and the binary balance actually corresponds, to the requirement, on the volume leg as well. Okay. So now, I'll just touch, very quickly on the 1-star executives. Yeah. So the 1-star executive, the key difference here is the personal volume. So the personal volume changes from 110 to 200. So 1-star executive onwards after that, in terms of maintaining, your personal volume is at 200. Okay. So the good news is that this 200 can be from all your personal purchases. It could also be, from your retail customers or customers who are, or people, who are on preferred customer plus. Okay. Okay. So, if there is there any questions on the binary leg, anybody wants to ask? Okay. Now, the mentor matching bonus, I'll just state, some of the key differences here. Yeah. Why it is so attractive is because now, the mentor matching bonus is a percentage of both your binary earnings as well as your level earnings. Yeah, earnings from the level earning bonuses. Okay. But the key here, and why I said earlier that your the sweet spot is a 1-star director, is because you only qualify to get onto this mentor matching bonus and to enjoy, the benefits from this if you are a 1-star director. Okay. And you do not enjoy, if your people, are not 1-star director, you do not earn their bonus. So it's congruent from that perspective because, firstly, you want to look after yourself to ensure, that you are in a proper rank and that, you are performance driven, to get there. And you want to be able to help your people as well to get to at least 1-star director. So consistent, with the culture drive, from the company, you will see, that as you progress, your rewards get more. Okay. I think yeah. Now, yes. So the other aspect that is favorable to us here is the fact, that the company has considered that there could be people in between who may not work, may not be active, may not qualify for that. They could be 3-star, they could be 2-star managers, but it's okay, yeah, because this is where the word generation comes in. Yeah, so the company LifeWave, actually considers, that if, like in this example, your first level is only a 1-star manager, your second level is only an active brand partner, the company does not consider, and the third level is a 1-star executive. So, it means, that you enjoy, even though, it's at level 3, okay, you enjoy the bonus, the percentage of a bonus, that this person actually earns, and this person actually becomes your generation 1. Okay. So it means that it skips level. So like also, the level earnings bonus, if somebody is not active in the system itself, it will skip, the person who's not active, who's not bought anything, it goes to the next level. So for those of us who's enjoying, the level earnings bonus as well, as a mentor matching bonus, we actually are able to see names, that probably, some of us, like myself, I've not even seen those names before, but it's because previously there were people who are inactive, but the system did not allow did not allow me to earn, the bonuses of these active people who were under, those other people. Okay, but now, we are able to do that. Okay. So that's the mentor matching bonus. Okay, so I'm just going to end with this mentor matching bonus here, seeing it's already past 8:30. If you look at it in red, yeah. So this is where the rewards become increasingly attractive the higher level, the higher ranking we get, yeah. So at 1-star level, okay, you enjoy, that 5%, yeah, which is generation 1. But then, the moment you're a 2-star director, you enjoy 7, and then, there's a second generation as well, so it's actually 12% that you enjoy. So if you look here all the way to the end, as it's a 3-star presidential, essentially you enjoy the 20% plus 18% plus 15, 12, 10, 7, which adds up to 82%, you know. So that is extremely, extremely generous, okay? And this is per brand partner, okay? So, and there's no limits to it. So, but there is a limit to the, in terms, you know, of the max per brand partner. So again, you know, from 500 all the way, you know, to 20,000, but that is per brand partner, okay? Okay, any questions that I can help you guys with? Okay, so if not, now it's 8:35, late by 5 minutes. So I'm going to hand the floor back to Jovan. If you have any other questions, I'll stay around probably for the next half an hour or so. You know, so feel free to drop your question in the chat. Yeah. Okay, Jovan, back to you.
Thank you, Jonas, for the sharing session on the complaint and also give us a deeper knowledge on where does LifeWave rank in terms of the complaint 2.0. Okay, now we switch channel. Today I have actually Jinlong invite. So Jinlong invite this wonderful person. She is one of the speaker in our Be the Light event. So because Be the Light event is only her speech is only 5 minutes. So today, if possible, this entire hour, she will share her success from she will share her success in LifeWave. So Janet, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Jovan. You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, thanks, Jonas. And by the way, Jonas, you're not supposed to disappear after 30 minutes. You need to stay throughout because people will ask questions on Complan. Okay, anyway, thank you and good evening to everyone. Like what Jovan said, actually Jinlong invited a few of us to help out this week to take over the Zoom session. And I told him, Jinlong, take a break. No need to have speakers every day. And then he said, no, we cannot do that. We need to go on even if I'm not around. So I feel bad. I said, okay, I'll just do this for you tonight. So of course, it's always a privilege to share our story. Jovan said to share my success. Actually, it's not my success alone. It's really whole Singapore. I told him I don't know what you want me to share, but if you want me to repeat what I did in KL, and a lot of you were not there, I believe. I can see that some of you are some of your names, you were there in the event itself. So for those who are not there, I'm so glad you came in to listen so that you get to know me better, and to get to know how the history of how we started Singapore. Not me alone, it's with James, Lawrence, many of us here. Even Jonas was really like in with us in the beginning already. We can see some of his pictures later in the lavender. Okay, let me start. So this is the topic that was given to me when I was in KL, right? Leading with Grace, the unsung heroine. Okay, this is not important. Actually, I wanted to say something just now after I was listening to Jonas, right, about the new complaint. I'm not sure how many of you are excited about the new complaint, the enhanced plan. Actually, I am very excited, to tell you the truth, because for the first time, I better listen to Meredith when she came to Singapore, that she really tell us, please spend some time navigating the new system, the website. There's so many new interesting tools, and then when I started doing that, I find that, actually it's a lot friendlier, the system itself. Okay, I believe everyone here tonight, we are brand partners, we are not guests. Okay, you really need to take some time to navigate the system. And then suddenly you tell yourself, why do I always have to call my upline or text someone to ask very basic question? Actually, you're wasting our time, wasting our energy, because you could have done it, you could do it yourself. So from now, I'm also trying to tell my team members, please do that first before you ask me. It's not that I don't want to help you. I realize that everything is there. Of course, you can ask your sponsor or team leader if you do not understand how to explain certain thing. But if not, it is so much easier now. Yeah, the system actually tell you what you're short of to go to the next rank. Correct? I mean, it's so easy because it's all written in the circle. You just see what is lacking, you click the next button. So of course, some of us are not so tech savvy, meaning we are not very good at computers. I'm also one of those, but slowly you learn, you click, you don't need to be scared. You just click whatever they say. And then you say, wow, the next information is actually next page. So from there, you're sure of how many points, how many BV or PV you call it now. Then you just do it. Yeah. And the other thing I realized this whole week is because it's a new complaint, and as a leader, as an upline, we don't want to we don't want to give advice or things like we tell them, okay, you do this, you get this $500, whatever. Better we are very sure, because this is very new. It's very new to us, not just all of you. So what I do is I keep the customer service live chat very busy. I think they know me by now. Maybe they think, why is Janet asking silly question? Actually, I'm not asking basic question. I just want to do it because I can show black and white to the downline. I ask very basic question also. I say, okay, this downline is like this now. What do I do for her? The next rank, what she's supposed to do. And then you can do that. You don't need to wait for your upline, thinking that they're busy, they don't want to help you. Actually, it's true, we're busy. So what you do is you go to live chat, just check the customer service. And I'm surprised some people didn't know that the live chat is actually sitting in KL. They are real human beings. They are staff of KL corporate office. So they are working 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. You just text them. They are very fast. It's a very fast. For those of you Malaysians who can visit the office, of course, you're very much luckier. Like you go there, you talk to the customer service. But for us from Singapore, we don't have a customer service staff that handle this, okay? So don't ask Gladys things. Poor girl, she doesn't know anything. She's just taking care of your stock. And don't ask Regina, you know what I mean? So you ask customer service live chat. They are trained in this. They have all the answer for you. And then be nice to them, because I always remind people to be nice to them. Whatever you say there is all recorded, is in the email, because I have ever got feedback from them. They come to me, one of a BP is very rude. I was shocked. Then I realized, oh yeah, they actually have record. And all the names, what you say to them, you get angry with them, no point. It's all written. So it's not nice, okay? You will go to compliance. So be nice to them, go to live chat. Okay, so for me, I feel that the new complaint is really brilliant. It's for those of us who are keen in the business, serious about the business, who want to continue in the business. And those who are making noise, negative remarks, maybe they have their own reason. But if you have been doing this business, even if you're not active, I start seeing my team members, hey, they make some money this time. How come? They never were able to make money, right? So from there, I encourage them, saying that, look, this is what's going on. Even if you're not very actively promoting, but you have been keeping some team members going on, they have been buying patches for the last 2-3 years. Suddenly, you see you have some money here. And this is very encouraging, yeah? Because last time, remember, we sell a package and then that's it. We earn the first time, we earn the PIB and then that's it. And then you don't know what to do after that. But now you see the way the new complaint is, it really is really very good. Okay, I'm not saying that because you think that I'm a leader or I'm a top already. No, I see that everyone is actually, I ask people in the office when I meet that, they're all very happy. I don't want to quote names. I mean, they're so excited because for the first time they see some money, they see hope lah, basically. Yeah. And people like to talk this, people like to say this, oh, you guys are top leaders, you make the most money. Maybe you can tell me a job or an industry in the market. Anybody in the lowest ranking make the most money? Of course not, right? Because that's why they're in the lowest ranking and they don't make, because that's the position. So if you want to make more money, you have to go to the top. Yeah, you have to climb up. So that needs effort. Nothing is sit at home and then you get more money. Okay, so that's how I feel about the complaint lah. Because since I'm online today, I just share with you how I feel. And don't tell me because your husband is James, okay? I just like hearing that because I have my own account. I do my own work. It's nothing with James, okay? James is James. Me is me. Okay, don't tell James that. I think he's not in the Zoom. Okay, let me share a little bit of our journey because it's been 4 years and many of us are new in LifeWave, I believe so, because sometimes I go to office, there's so many new faces. It's really nice to see that. And you may not know the history, how we got into the business, but what I want to share tonight is to tell you how we started from nothing and how we have this so-called success in many of your eyes. So this is how we started in 2022. Okay, actually James got to know the patch in 2021 because we have a friend, a good friend from Hong Kong. He chatted me during COVID days, and then he asked me, how are you guys and everything. We are very close friends. And then I said, oh, James is not well. He got this strange problem, you know, he always have pain on his face. He's got some vertigo. We all call it the vertigo that time. And then he said, oh, I heard of this product called LifeWave, the patches. Do you want to try them? And then I told him no, because, okay, why I said no, I share a little bit about our background. We were doing another network marketing. I was in that for maybe 12, 13 years. Yeah, I was faithful till the end. I was so focused. Nobody can shake me. I make money. We make money in the beginning, but as the years goes by, at the last few years, we did not make any money. But without making money, I was still very faithful. And during COVID, it was made worse. We couldn't do travels. We couldn't do a lot of stuff, and the business just dropped. And we were selling big ticket item. Yeah, it was very hard to repeat, but I was still a believer. I mean, I was still in it lah, basically. So when he told me this is a network marketing product, I said no more. I said enough is enough. I'm not interested. I seriously am not interested. You know, when you're network marketing, you are not every day in the heavenly. You know, you have really down days also, especially when you're not doing well in terms of income. So I told him no more for me. I'm not going to go into another network marketing business. Then he told me, oh no, I heard a lot about this goodness about this patch. Why not you let James try? And then I said, yeah, we will. And then he starts sending me some information, but I was not interested lah. Actually, I avoided him. I was like, enough is enough, you know. But then after quite a while, I think months, when he sent me the info, then I told James, why not we support him? Even though my friend is not really in the business, I said, why not we just try it? So James went to do his research as usual, and then he ordered the X39 because no one tell us what is going on, right? So he ordered X39 and he tried it. Actually, the first thing that impressed us, sorry, I don't have a slide or photo, very lazy to do this, is our plant. During COVID, right, the whole Singapore, everyone become interested in plant. So I also went to buy some plant, but I couldn't keep the plant alive. I don't think I have a green finger lah. I'm just not good at it. So I have this potted plant that really going to mati already lah. So because my friend told me, oh, when you finish using the patch, don't throw it, put it on your plant, the soil. So James did that. And then to our surprise or horror, this plant that is really halfway already, James told me, did you see the plant has a new growth? I said, oh yeah, amazing, huh? So we were really shocked, okay, because we almost give up on this plant. And today the plant is still in my house, okay? It's how many years? And then we said, wow. So James said, if this patch can make a plant regrow, wow, it's working, you know, it's not a koyo or plaster. So from then, I think he studied and I still didn't use the patch for information. Then one day I think he told me this. He said, okay, why not you do this Aeon patch on your leg? Because every time you complain, you wake up with numbness, my right leg after the vaccination, which I don't understand why. I said, okay, I will try. And I didn't put on my neck, I put on my leg itself. The next morning, I never experienced numbness. So I was like pretty amazed. And then also on my right shoulder pain. So now, you know, later I'll share with you my health journey. And the pain also left me. So I was pretty impressed. And then to cannot cut story short, Joven said I need to talk until the time over. Okay, so what happened is Lawrence came into the picture, second guy. He joined same day as James, because Lawrence went through another health crisis. I think I can say it here lah, because he already tell the whole world, right? He has this prostate cancer, right? Yeah. So we said, okay lah, two of you try the patch. Then after that, you know, Lawrence, right, health is one thing, but business also another thing. He said, okay, let's check it out more. Look at the business. So I called my friend in Hong Kong. I said, hey, you know what? Lawrence and James is interested in the business. How do we go about? Because we don't know anybody here and you're not in the business. So he said, okay, let me help you. I will just check out who can help you. So he called up his upline. Okay, now of course I know lah. Actually, his upline is another lady. You all don't know her. Her name is Milk from Hong Kong. And then I don't know who else. And then you come to Stefan. Stefan, you all know. I think he's inside this picture here. And then it's Susanna. So Susanna called me from Hong Kong, talked to me very long, explained to me everything. And then Susanna said, it's COVID now. We can't fly to Singapore. I'm going to get you my leader from Malaysia. And bro, that's Jinlong lah. That's Jinlong, yeah. So the first time we met Jinlong, that means I do not know Susanna. We do not know Jinlong. Can you believe until today, my sponsor, my friend, have never met all of them here? Yeah, he's not into the business. So Jinlong came to Singapore. We met him. Lawrence arranged for a meeting. Actually, he didn't meet us first. I think he met Lawrence, bring him to see Alice or somebody first. Then we finally met him. Of course, we were pretty impressed, but also not very impressed. We said, why this guy like, sorry, he's not here. Why like so decent one? How come he like so young, so like not in network marketing? But then I was very impressed with his sincerity and of course his story when he shared with us how he started this and of course his educational background. I was thinking, how come, being an engineer, he wants to come to this? And then I told Lawrence and James, I said, okay, I want to do the business. Because what happened is by then it was a few months ready. We bought in 2021 late, I think September and October. And then I saw, hey, how come all my friends are buying, under them? Then I said, wow, cannot. I need to join this business. Then they don't believe me because they said, no way, you will never leave your previous network. I said, no, but I will give a try. Because I met Jinlong and I like him. I said I really like him. And then that's how we started the journey, okay? So we started, Jinlong ran the office in Lavender in a little office space with nothing, just a few chairs, one TV, blah, blah. And then we just started like that. So this is how we start LifeWave Singapore, really, 4 years ago. Next, Jovan. Yeah, so that's our first time. You see Jinlong still wearing mask. And then we met with him, have a coffee right below the office. He was explaining to us. Okay, next. Yeah, so you can see here, Jinlong teaching us how to do patching. And we did a lot of like small meetings like that because we're all so new, right? And that's how we continue. Our humble office, we call it, Some people didn't like the idea because they look at the office like, what kind of office is this? Right? Some network marketing is, I wouldn't use the word scam lah, but when it doesn't look high class, people don't believe us. They don't really want to trust us. Even though we say we're an American company, but then how come in this old building in Lavender? Yeah, but that's how we started. Okay. Next. Okay. Then Jinlong told me this, Janet, can you organize an event? So we organized, I think the first event in a place in Siglap. And then I was so shocked because, okay, by then we established maybe Jinlong here already a few weeks or months. And we didn't know that Jinlong got a lot of auntie fan club, from the online thing that he has been doing during COVID. So people do know Jinlong except us lah. And then when we organized the event, we are seriously very shocked. How come so many people want to buy the ticket? Like 200 seats, all sold out. In my previous network, it's very hard to invite people, very, very hard. So I take it that after COVID, everybody want to go out and jalan lah. So they just entertain us, they come. But every time our event is sold out, yeah. So that was how it all started with the big group events. Okay, and Jinlong kept coming. He stayed for quite a while in the beginning, but after that he come in a monthly thing. Okay, next. Okay, then actually I think no one can imagine what we do lah. Old days, we are like storekeeper. Okay, we have to do a lot of things like that. So I wouldn't call it hard work, but we took it as our own business. So we didn't mind at all. Like we did a lot of stuff. We have to take care of the stock, and then we have to distribute the stock. It's like a mess some days, and then people come and collect. So you can see here we have brand partner helping us also, and these were the things that we do from the beginning. We never had a luxurious like the office setup and then the staff do it for us. So maybe because of this, we didn't feel like it was hard work. Like it was just part and parcel of our business journey, and we didn't mind. And we have very nice brand partner who always come and help us too. Yeah. Okay. Next. Okay, this was really nice. Finally, yeah. Jinlong, he being so generous, he paid for the rental in the old office and to this new office in Wood Square. Jinlong is a very scary person, okay? When he wants to do something, he do it straight away. So I remember James won the first trip to Costa Rica, yeah. And I was not even interested in the business that in like I'm in the business but not like still not so excited, or I was just trying to help more on the administrative, the stock and everything. I even so kind, I said, oh Lawrence, you go with James to Costa Rica because you do so much with James and you are the one running, so you two go to Costa Rica together. So they went, and when they were there, they hold a big meeting, Jinlong and Lawrence and Susanna, and then they call me. Okay, Janet, the day we arrive Singapore, we're going to rent an office in Woodlands. I say, wow, seriously? They say, yeah. So I still remember Jinlong flew to Singapore. Puspaja was with them. They came to my house, went to Wood Square, and then that's it. The deal is done. And then everybody say this, Jinlong rent an office so far, in some north area because of Janet, and James. Then I'm like, huh? How did that come about? Actually, it's not, okay? I better clarify this. A lot of people think that because of me living in Woodlands, Jinlong rent the office here. It's not true. It is because the agent is actually Jinlong's friend, and she recommended this place to him. So God bless me, it's just beside my house, yeah. And then we told Lawrence, we are the one very tired every day after Lavender. At night we come home, we are so tired, and you're living so near to Lavender. So now it's our turn to enjoy. So when we came to Woodlands, he's so poor thing, every time after going home, he's like, wow, so far, my house so far. I said, okay, you have enjoyed yourself in Lavender, now it's our turn. So this is where we started Woodlands Wood Square office. It's a beautiful office. Jinlong renovated it, spent a lot of money. And okay, the latest, of course, now you know that we have stopped the office here. I can share that later why we do that. And next one is product and business presentation. Yeah, we use the office a lot because we don't have a corporate office yet. And then it's nice lah. It's you can sit about 39 people, 40 people, yeah. So we have been using this place to grow the business. Next, hey, you see Jonas here, first picture. Yeah, next. Okay, so in 2023, that is exactly about 2 years, we were very surprised because we won the best growth country award. Yeah, because for us, when we are doing the business, we were not thinking about awards, seriously speaking. We are not even near any of the office, right? We're just doing, but because when the numbers is there, we are so excited. So this was Hong Kong. We were in one of the trip, and then we won this in 2023. Okay, next. Oh, okay, wait. It was, go back to Hong Kong. It was in Hong Kong. This is a story about Lawrence, okay, and Meredith. Okay, so we were there, and Meredith was there, and there's corporate person called Jules. He's a decision maker. We talked to him. We said we really need a office in Singapore, and of course they were not thinking about Singapore because we heard that they think Singapore is too small, and MLM is not like very popular here. We cannot grow the business, so they were not looking into Singapore at all. So of course we can't do much if they are not interested in the sense, right? But then I heard that one day they say, okay, if when Jinlong went for a trip, I think, and he told Meredith again, please consider opening an office in Singapore. And then she said, if Singapore can hit $1 million sale a month, we will consider. And exactly that time, we hit 1 million US. So she was like, maybe shocked because they never check our numbers, right? But suddenly, oh, we do have $1 million here, and that is a big deal. Yeah, that's a big deal. That's how we got Singapore. But of course, we always joke about this, that because Lawrence sang a song to Meredith. Yeah, we don't have a video. Next time we should play this. So Meredith cannot forget Singapore, cannot forget Lawrence, and cannot forget Singapore. So we always joke that we sacrifice Lawrence. Yeah. Okay. So that was a good thing that happened in 2023. And then next 2024. Yeah. Yes. And when we were Oh yeah, no, this 2023 in convention in Orlando, we are very humbled and very honored when they gave us this award called Humanitarian Award. When we were called up, we seriously we don't know about this, right? We don't know about this. I only got a hint, and hint in the sense that corporate tell me, Jenna, you need to dress up. This dinner, you need to dress up. I say, I always dress up. Any dinner, I'll dress up, yeah. But when they call out our name, we were very shocked. Firstly, I cannot pronounce the word. I don't even know how to say what humanitarian award. Okay. Secondly, I didn't understand the award. I really didn't understand it. So when I went up to the stage, I was given. I need to say something. It was really a total shock. But I just want to thank the whole team, the whole Singapore. Then now, of course, I do understand the award lah. We always joke that because I do a lot of work, we all do a lot of work, so we get the humanitarian award. Yeah, but it's really an honor. It's something for us to remember. It's a good thing. It's a blessing. Yeah. Okay, next. Okay, this one is, okay, I was invited by Shanky and to speak in a Women Empowerment Forum. Yes, it was nice. Okay, tonight, right? Jovan asked me, what am I going to talk, right? Then I said, actually, I don't know what am I supposed to talk lah? And I said, the only thing I can share is maybe I repeat what I share in KL, because most of you are not there, those who are not there, especially from Singapore. I say I can maybe share a little bit for Singaporeans to understand how we started. And then he gave me a topic. I mean, we say, okay, how does empowering women lead to a stable and thriving LifeWave business? So I guess Jovan is referring to me as an example, which I take it as an honor because, you know, in network marketing, we always think, actually, I don't know. Most people say that it's very easy for women to do network marketing. But you know what? I've been looking at LifeWave, right? It's very strange. Even today, when I walked into the office in Singpost, right, I see a lot of guys. So I think our product is really something very unique that even guys can do it. It's not about women. You know, you guys must be happy. We're not selling things like cosmetic or just skincare alone or women's wear or what. We're selling a very high-tech product, you know, high-tech as in we are into such a technology, a patch technology, where even men love to talk about it. I think men can even explain even better, you know what I mean, in the technical terms. So LifeWave is really not just for women, even though we always say that women is really good in for network marketing business because women can talk a lot, women can tell story more, but it's not true because in LifeWave I've seen like a lot of guys, which I'm very surprised, and they are very on the ball with this. Yeah. So please remember that anyone can do LifeWave, anyone. Yeah. Okay, next one. Okay, LifeWave 20th anniversary cruise. Okay, when you join LifeWave, if you are very focused, you concentrate on the business, you achieve all this incentive trip, you're gonna love it. Yeah, because LifeWave is very generous. With trips like this, they really give you the best hotel. They try to give you the best lah. And along the way, if there's any hiccups, it happens to anyone, any company, any trip, even your own trip. If you book a trip with your agent, you also have some hiccups. I mean, these are very little minor things, yeah. But above all, we have really experienced LifeWave generosity. Basically, David, he really is very generous with all these trips, yeah. And I want to share this. This is last year, is it? Well, time passed so fast, I cannot remember. Okay, you can see the photo here. This is the Greek cruise. This is when I shocked the whole world in KL when I share my life story. Yeah. Actually, when I went for this cruise, I was already diagnosed with a stage 2 breast cancer. Yeah. But if you look at my photo here, I don't even care about my cancer. I was how do I put it? I was more concerned if I can take as many photos in Santorini. Yeah, I was running about, a lot of people on the same cruise with me. I mean, those brand partners who are with us, I can guarantee you they have no clue that I'm going through a tough time. Tough in the sense that I was diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer. My decision, which is also James, we made a decision that I will not go for chemotherapy. I will just go for surgery. I will go for a mastectomy on my right side. It's a very brave decision because we have faith. a lot of people pray for us. And I really think that when any woman or any lady who goes through any cancer, you really need to have faith. You really need to have support. Yeah. And I'm thankful that I have the support of everyone around me, including especially James, because if your husband is also aligned with you how we should handle this journey, then it makes it much easier, because it's not an easy decision. Okay, so that's why you can see me here. This is July, so my surgery was postponed to September. Yeah, to me, I know that it's not going to be easy, but somehow I was pretty brave lah. Brave lah, I would say. Yeah. Okay, next one. Okay, and then exactly after the cruise, when we come back, yes, after the cruise, right? So I can't remember what is this date, but actually, when we opened Success Center Singapore, it's the best news of our life. We are so happy, we are so excited. It's a very big deal thing, because finally, with the help of course, Dr. Edward and remember Mr. Kesihatan, our ex-GM, he was the one who pushed for us, hoping that this will come ASAP, because I just couldn't handle Singapore anymore on my own, because it's a lot of work, in the sense, for me, even though I'm just a brand partner, I'm just trying to help everything coordinate. So when I had breast cancer, I had to like take a break, right? Yeah, but still life goes on. So when the opening day, actually I wasn't supposed to be there, because you can see I lost a lot of weight because I changed my diet, and then I was very gung-ho. I still have my fluid bag in my dress. I have to tie it somewhere. Why do I have to go to this opening? Firstly, it's very meaningful for me, of course, because it's LifeWave opening. Secondly, I didn't want...
Oh, thank you. Slowly. 95. Huh? 95.
Someone's talking. Okay. So I didn't want people to ask James, where is Janet? We don't have to lie, but I didn't want him to be in a very difficult position to answer that Janet is sick. Janet can't be sick on the LifeWave opening day. She has never been sick. She's always there in every event. How can Janet not be there, right, on the opening? So I just braved myself. I went to the office. Yeah. So only those who know that I've gone through a surgery knew that I'm not looking right. Yeah. Must I click something, Joven? Yeah, it's hang. Okay, so yeah, so having a Singapore Success Center open was the biggest joy, and we are all very happy. The whole Singapore is really happy, because we just needed it. Yeah. Okay, next. This is okay. The opening, I think it's just maybe a few weeks after my operation, and here we are. I couldn't fly to Dallas for SPD retreat. I sent my daughter Natalie first, and then I went because I think it was my 6th week after my surgery, and I still remember Jinlong called me, begging me almost not to go for this trip. He said, "No way, Janet, please don't go. You don't go for this trip." I said, "I can't, Jinlong, because like other Singaporeans are going. I didn't want to disappoint them." He said, "No way, you cannot go to USA with this after the surgery, because how about the flight? How about the food and everything?" That's how Jinlong is. He's very concerned for everyone. So I just went. I just went, and yeah, we were on stage because James had his vertigo nerve attack again. You can see he had a lot of patches. He couldn't even talk. Actually, he was so bad. And then we didn't even know. Sorry, the communication wasn't very good. We didn't even know that we were supposed to speak as a couple, and then we realized something that, oh, actually 3 couples are selected. Of course, James knew he was going to talk, but he really couldn't talk anymore. He couldn't talk, he couldn't eat. And then they say, "Okay, you take over." I was like, what? I have to speak? I was so nervous, because I was given a question like just maybe I think like a few hours, and then Meredith was right beside me. Actually, no one knew. People think I'm very brave, but my leg was shaking. I was just trying to stop my leg from my knees from shaking. Yeah. But anyway, I want to thank God. It was okay. Yeah. Next. Yes. So all these incentives that we show here is just to show you guys that LifeWave has this community where when you go for trips like that, when you achieve the trips, you have to be proud of yourself because we know it's not easy, but it's all due to your hard work, yeah, and also your team members' hard work. And when you get a trip like that, just go because you make really, I would say you make friends. You make friends with other team members from maybe like Malaysia or whichever the country, Asia Pac, and it just broaden your perspective on a lot of things, yeah. Beside making friends, you learn a lot of things. You get inspired, you get motivated by other leaders or brand partners, yeah. Okay, next. Okay, these are the awards and achievements. You know, when we first started LifeWave, you see, you have to believe in LifeWave. I didn't even update this, right, because we have Bravo Growth Award. In Malaysia, we had a few awards, but recently we have Biotech. I'm sure you saw on social media. And if you want to do a network marketing company, you don't want to work or build a business with a company that has O and past award. Whereas in LifeWave, you can see that David has so many inventions. He is always going forward. Can't even catch up, you know, like every time you hear him, he has something coming up. And we are so proud to be in LifeWave because the awards we are getting is now, current, yeah. And it's something you can boast to your customer, right? Because it's an award, it's a legit award. And all the patents, these are not fake, these are all real, yeah. So when you talk to someone that know about patents, that want proof, it is all there, yeah. So for this part, you don't have to worry, it's all done for you. Our company credentials and David, his background. Okay, can you all see Pochu and Chinhua? Yes, a lot of people know Pochu, she's so famous now, and then she's my team member. And Chinhua, they both, can you believe they're both actually in Japan now? I think they're not back yet. So Pochu won the lucky draw to go to Japan, to have to meet David, to attend the Japanese side of our event. And then I understand that Chinhua and a few others, they paid together to go to Japan. So I'm very happy for them because I saw Chinhua posted on Facebook that he meeting David live, as in seeing David, listening to David live, the energy is wow. The vibes, the energy. It's true. Actually, I know what he meant when he said it on Facebook because we have seen David many times close up. David is just wow. Yeah. Very sincere. His energy is so positive. Okay, next one. Okay. So this is James. Okay lah. For this, I must say, I'm lucky to be James' wife because he wins a lot of elite trip and I can go along as his wife. Yeah, so this is the last one. This was in Switzerland. Wow, this is the treat of our life. This was really very, very nice. Yeah, very, very nice. It was a small group for the elite SPD retreat. So you can see Jinlong Pushpaja also there, and we really had a great time. Yeah. Yep. Next one. Okay. Oh, I'm finishing. What's the time now? What's the time now, Jovan?
Now it's 9:12.
9 o'clock.
9:12 p.m.
It's supposed to end at 9 o'clock, right?
No.
What time? 4:30. Okay, so this is my last slide actually. I say see you at the top. Okay, we're not just building a business, we are building a movement truly. From our SPD to brand partners everywhere. Oh, now we can use the word SPD, but it's okay. This movement belongs to all of us, and the best part, we're only getting started. So actually, we are really getting started with the new enhanced plan. Agree? We are really just getting started. So even if you are in LifeWave for the last 2-3 years, you say I'm just a user, it's okay, because now with the enhanced plan, you can make some money. Yeah. I don't think anyone say that, oh, I don't want to make money. I don't think so, right? In LifeWave, we always say we use the patch, we like it, we share it, and then we hope to help someone because the patch has helped us. Okay, maybe some people will think would like me to share a little bit more on my cancer journey because choosing chemo is something very serious, something you have to make a personal choice. Of course, you have to see how far is your cancer and what's going on, blah, blah, blah. But how the patches help me, okay? What we do is we patch a lot after my surgery because the scar, right, the wound and everything is so scary. So what James do is I do like 6x39, 6x49 on the chest part where the surgery is, right? And then we patch daytime at my front and my back because it's painful, it's so painful. Yeah, and then in the evening we do all the classic whatever lah. Actually, that's why I don't understand when people like to ask for the exact spot, exact time, exact whatever. To me, it's our patch works well anything like anywhere as long as you're willing to patch, and if you can, of course, if you can afford to spend on so many patches, yeah. So we patch a lot on my healing during the after my operation. So the nurse told me this when I have to go back very often for my dressing, right? So by the time I take out I call it the fluid bag. Yeah, that bag is to drain out it's a drainage bag, drain out all the liquid from, because I took out lymph nodes, 12 lymph nodes. So the nurse made a statement to me. She said, wow, you're very lucky lah, you don't have swelling even though I removed this bag already. I said, what do you mean? She said, okay, most people have swelling because once you remove that fluid bag, because of lymph nodes removal, you are not the same anymore, right? You have no feeling on your right hand, and then the liquid will just keep accumulating, and then you cannot pump out. That's where people suffer from pain when they remove the lymph nodes. But I was fine. I was very okay. I mean, I do suffer numbness, but it's much better now. Yeah, and yeah, so I think there's a lot of difference having the patch during my recovery, because firstly, it's a pain. I'm very naughty. I didn't want to take painkiller at all. Even on the day one when I was discharged, I very hero, I don't want to take painkiller. But second day, the pain was so bad, and the nurse scolded me, said, you need to take painkiller, because the reason I need to take painkiller is because I need to do my therapy. I need to raise up my hand, which I couldn't raise. I couldn't raise at all. I was like, every day I need to practice this, but I couldn't. So she said, you need to take painkiller so that you have no pain, and then you have to raise your hand. If not, forever you will never raise your hand. Yeah, so this is me now, I couldn't raise my hand last time. Yeah, and I have heard stories from friends who has gone through breast cancer. So even after years, they can't sleep well at night because suddenly they have swell from this lymph node removal. But so far I'm okay. I can sleep very well. I don't have this problem. Yeah, I mean, those of you who know me very well, right? Everyone is stopping me from traveling. They say, you're crazy, you're so crazy. How in the world are you going? You're always somewhere. I said, thank God I'm fine, I'm good, Of course, yeah, I said, yeah. So that's my journey from last September to this September, 1 year already, to recover from my surgery. Yeah. So cannot tell people don't go for chemo, just listen to Janet. Cannot. Yeah. We have to use our common sense, and we have to see situation is everybody's individual personal choice. Whether what they want to choose. For us, no chemo, because we know that chemo will hurt me more. I even tell my doctor, I say, you know something? I don't feel sick. I'm very well. Just take away my breast. I'm fine with it. Yeah. So he was very nice lah. He didn't pressure me. He said, it's your decision. And yeah. So that's my story. Okay, let me look at the question. Okay, not many questions lah. Oh, Jovan, someone asked, do we have question and answer? I'm better when I see in the Zoom meeting. How long our month will... Okay, I'm not sure. Jovan, you take over that part.
Yeah, I will take over that one.
They don't want to hear. My customer want to hear testimony on LifeWave. Okay, that's why when we invite customer, we need to know what's the topic for the day. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Janet, for sharing.
Yes.
Okay. If you all learn something today, you all press 666. Yay! Thank you, Janet.
Thank you, everyone.
Finally, I'm able to hear in that story from you. Okay, so jokes aside, so Simpson, if let's say your client have the question, you can ask your client to write the question to the meeting chat, then I will attend to him or her. Okay, another question is from Elaine. Jovan, where would today's Zoom be posted? Some of the people can't be in the Zoom today. There is recording, right? Thank you. Okay, yes, Elaine, the Zoom recording will be cut and edited on Monday. After that, it will be posted into the Telegram group. Then you can claim it from the Telegram group.
Jovan, actually Friday is business or health?
Usually how do I put this is I don't really specific which day is health, which day is business. So usually is I'm very flexible. So usually when Jinlong asks me is I would say of course definitely some people would like to know someone's success. Okay, sometimes along the way, like today you share your success, also you share your that story. So it can be both. Okay, it's not specific like business, because when we talk about business, it's talking about the compensation plan. Learning the compensation plan, which is the 8 to 8:30, that one is business. So testimonial sharing is we invite you all, you share how you share, you want to share your story, your trip, how you build Singapore. Then after that, suddenly there's a story, there's another testimonial sharing about like like James having the vertigo and you having the cancer. Yeah, it can be. It's not that specific. I make it like specific like, oh, you have to talk about testimonial. It can be okay.
Okay, just wondering.
Mhm.
Maybe I can say something. I can add on to this. You know, when I share my story in KL on stage, right? When I came down, one lady came to me. She asked this question straight on my face. She said, so Janet, you have been using the patch, why you got cancer? Yeah, people like to ask this kind of question. I don't get upset, but I would say this, while we were building this business, cancer doesn't appear overnight. Doesn't appear overnight. I may have this issue for many years, which I don't know. Actually, I have my lung for a long time, but I just didn't deal with it. Yeah, and I've been very busy. That one I have to agree. Yeah, so cancer is really inflammation in the body. So it's not that how come I still have cancer? You know, last time I used to introduce water, right? People also said, you drink this water, how come you got cancer? They said that to many people. I think it's quite an unfair statement, you know, because our body, our health has many aspects. We have stress, we have either physical stress, mental stress. Yeah, we have a lot of things going on in our life, our diet, our sleeping habit, our blah blah blah. Everything adds to this, to what we go through. Yeah, for me personally, it was a journey, not just physical but spiritual also, because I just felt that I was just doing too much. Yeah, and it's like, wow, it's like I had to stop and rest for a while. Yeah, so I think we need to be sensitive when we tell people like this kind of thing. Of course, people just want to use this line and say, oh, how come you patch, you still have cancer, or how come yeah, I don't know how to answer that. I only know that everyone goes through a lot in their body. Yeah. I'm reading the comments. Thanks, Joanna. Yeah. Thanks, Jonas, Janet, Joanne. It's been very interesting today, covering so much. Yeah. Okay. This one is like a Friday night talk show, you know.
Yeah, usually it's not just Friday night, it's usually every night.
Yeah, I know.
Even Saturday night is also sometimes it can be like, yeah.
Okay. Right. So we're supposed to end at 9:30, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So what's the next exciting thing in LifeWave? some of you are going for your success camp, right? Yeah,
Yeah, next week.
yeah. That'll be so fun. Yeah.
Are you coming?
Oh, we can't because we wanted to let the VP go first. Remember, there was not enough seat.
Ah,
Yeah. So, and then now I have a event going on for my team member also. So it's okay. Next round. Okay. Thank you everyone who comment on because I cannot talk anytime. I'm very bad at that. Yeah, yeah. Any question for Jonas regarding business? If you want to ask, you still can ask. Yeah. Tomorrow you have Zoom? Tomorrow is Saturday?
yes.
Oh, okay. Who is the speaker?
I'm the speaker.
All right. Oh,
Okay.
I need to say something about Jovan, okay? You have been working with Jinlong for how long?
1 year and how many months? Wait. I would say one year plus lah.
Less than 2 years, right?
Yeah.
Do you agree that Jovan is amazing? Because there was once when I listened to this Zoom, right? Wow, he can answer question macam Jinlong, you know. He has picked up so much knowledge and he's brave enough to answer. Right. It's not easy, you know. No one can replace Jinlong, I know, but Jovan is like well trained, man. Yeah, well trained, I tell you.
I won't say well trained. It is because when I was into this LifeWave,
Yeah.
I was every day listen to his Zoom Monday to Friday. So
Wow.
I do remember is if let's say if I remember correctly is Chinese, then after that Friday is PM. Then Wednesday and Thursday is English. So we have PM. Then after that how I also forget already. I also been because that time MCO nothing to do, so listen to it. So more listen. Then in the end, okay lo.
Fantastic. A lot of us listen, still ask the same thing, you know.
Okay, yes, Henry. Our Zoom is like Monday to Saturday. So Saturday is more in depth on business. So if let's say you want to know business, then you can tune in Saturday. But tomorrow is not business because last week I talked about our 20 product tool that Life Changer is offering to all our brand partners. So tomorrow is I will introduce our staff that some of them are in charge of these 20 tools.
Okay. Hey, wait.
There's a question for you.
Yeah, there's a question from Arina Wong. Janet, when you started using the patch, have you ever have a second thought of not going for the surgery and just depend on the patch to heal your cancer? Very good question, Arina, because I have the same thought. Yeah. That's why we delayed for very long. I was just hoping the patch could help me, of course. And but the thing is, I had this lump for a very long time, and it's a hard lump. And then there's no pain, there's no pain. That's why I like very cool about it. Everything, just take it like okay. But then after a long time, when I say long, I cannot even remember when did we launch Shine and Dream?
Shine.
2023, I think.
Oh, 2023, okay. Okay, so I remember this very clearly in my mind because I was really handling so many people to go to KL for Shine and Dream, right? That was one of the biggest group. And then when I came home, oh, okay, someone help me, May 2023. So can you imagine, I already found a lump. But I didn't panic, and then I thought, oh, what's this? And then no pain, nothing. You see, 2023 May, and I only start to deal with this in 2024, almost a year later. And then I was hoping the patch, and I also, of course, frankly speaking, I went to a lot of alternative. I went to TCM, I go here, go there, everywhere I went. Yeah, I was hoping that I don't have to go for surgery. And then that's 2024, and I told James, I said, I think something is not right. I need to go for some further investigation, which I never tried before. And then he said, okay, if you want to go, you have to be ready to face the result. So I went for a biopsy. Of course, I tell you the joke, not a joke, but sorry, the biopsy, right? It's really painful. It's really painful. So after that, I start having the pain because you all know what's a biopsy, It's scary, like a gun shoot into the lump. You can feel it, pang, pang, like that, like a gun, and then they throw out the thing. So after that, that's where I suffer the pain for the first time. And then, of course, the result came out. It was stage 2, very aggressive, blah, 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 a lot of things. So that's where it all happened. And then I learned from people who know TCM, right? Like they were telling me, we should have done certain things because it was the qi, sort of lock it there and things like that. So maybe if you ask me, did I regret not looking at it earlier? Maybe. So I don't have to lose the breast. I could have just taken a lump. But another way of looking at it is like, sometimes I ask God, oh, why did you allow this to happen? Maybe because I now understand how a breast cancer journey is like. I do. Of course, the chemo part I cannot claim I understand. Okay, I cannot. But how mastectomy pain is like, how cutting out lymph node is like, how you have no feelings on your arm is like, I understand. And then I can relate to people like that. Yeah. So yeah, that's it's okay. I just thank God that I'm well. I just need to take care of myself, of course. My lifestyle now, my diet. Yep. Did I answer your question, Arina? Okay, let me look at the chat group. Okay, wait. Okay, someone asking, June, if one has recovered after using the patch, does he has to continue? Can he stop? Okay, actually, right, many people ask this question. Of course, they ask it because either they don't want to use it or it's cost. They think it's expensive. They don't want to maintain this. My answer is, of course, you have to continue using if you can, because our patch is not just for temporary use. It's a long-term use. Like myself, I still have to use. I do use quite a lot of patches every day. Yeah. I always like the explanation about our patch is like acupuncture without the needles. If you've been to acupuncture, you understand. And of course, acupuncture also got slight pain, right? But it helps move circulation. So basically, our patch is the one that still work on you, even though you think you have recovered from any serious illness. Yeah. And I tell you something, I just can't wait for more time to see my scar heal better, because I have seen many stories. I've heard many brand partner story. Wow, scar 20 years ago can disappear after X39. Can you imagine or not? I mean, how can this happen? We didn't even go and do some aesthetic, They'll tell me like, I have this scar for 20 years on my body. It's no more there. Amazing, right? Yeah, true. So I think we should just all continue to use the patch. What is your diet like, Florence? Jane asked me. I was very gung-ho. I cut all sugar and I lost a lot of weight in 6 months. Because I have a bad habit. I love dessert. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm the normal ladies. I love sweet stuff. I love dessert. I love cakes, pastry. It's my favorite. So I got worried not worried, I know that I should stop. So now I know cutting sugar will really make you lose weight, yeah. So I did that. I was so terrible. I was like eating like birds, and I lost a lot of weight. Not good and bad. I like to think it's good because I avoid sugar, because cancer feeds on sugar, if you know. And yeah, but now everybody say I need to eat properly, blah blah. But sometimes I still need to manage this because I love sugar. Terrible, right? I mean, I love cakes and bread. Yeah, so I have to eat a bit healthier
Simples is open daily, right?
I heard lots about Singpost that the LifeWave place is so good to be in it. It is a place for everyone. I'm curious to pop in for a visit sometime. Oh, hi, Wei. Oh, okay. Very cute question. It's a very nice place. Yes, you should come and visit. Yeah, when you come, you can attend class 2:30 free of charge. Everyone is learning something every day there, either on business or on the product. It's open every day. Yeah, it's a normal office hour except no Saturday, unless that particular Saturday we have a POP. I mean presentation. Somebody asked, I have scar on my shoulder. On my shoulder. Which patch should I use? Just use X39. Yeah, if you read the specs on X39, it is very good for healing of skin. Okay, Jovan. เจ้าอาวั
Okay,
นอัน
we can wipe up already.
Yes.
All right.
谢谢你们 Thank you, Jovan. Thank you, Jonas.
Okay, thanks everyone.
Yes.
Okay,
Evening.
thank you fellow Singaporean for your sharing this week.
Yes.
Okay, all right. For pains who many months you just patch with Eon. Okay, so everyone have a great weekend. All right, if let's say tomorrow you're interested to know our life changes staff member, you can tune in. Okay, it will be 7:30 to 9:30. Then I have a good news. Jinlong will be back on Monday. You all can start throwing questions to him already. All right. So thank you, everyone. I will see you all tomorrow. Okay. Have a good night. Thank you, Janet. Thank you,
Bye,
Jonas.
everyone. Bye.
Thank you, Singaporean, for your sharing. I will see you next time. Bye.
See you, Malaysian Jovan. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.